So my name is Natalie Kerner. I'm the marketing director on sexual well-being, responsible for Durex and KY in US. We are in the Inc. 48 on a media and press conference talking about the epidemic levels of STIs and what we as a global leader in condoms can do against that in US, and how we can fight STIs and increase the condom usage. In general, we see that alternative contraceptive methods are preferred methods because a lot of people would say we hate condoms, it's interrupting the moment. We see a lot of apathy, which means there's less and less concern that by not using a condom something can happen, either pregnancy because you might be able to pull out in time, so why would you get pregnant? And there's also less worries about STIs in general.
The good news is HIV rates are going down. But that's because we really have a lot of strategies for really effective HIV prevention. STD rates in New York City and all around the country are going up. Part of that is because we're testing more people and doing a better job testing. But now the trick is to combine everything together. Condoms, improved testing, really quick therapy when needed. Because then what happens is you drive that epidemic down, just like we did for HIV.
Syphilis increased by 18% versus last year. Gonorrhea increased by 13% versus last year, and chlamydia by 9% versus last year.
And is this global or US?
This is in US specifically. But you see similar trends on a global perspective. We expect 20 million newly infected transmitted diseases next year, and half of them are with people under 25.
Is there a direct correlation between like the changing way that generations see condom use and the rate of STI?
Yeah, I think that it's a really important question. I think that people really think of condoms differently than they did back when HIV was a fatal infection. Like when people were scared of sex, they were using condoms to protect themselves, and now we have to change the dialogue. And they shouldn't be scared of sex, but the condom's still there to protect you. And it's important to sort of shift the thinking back to the idea that you can prevent HIV and STI, and that the more you do things together, condoms, PrEP, PEP, HIV treatment if you're positive, all of that combined means that we're going to get a better control over the epidemics that we have.
There are some trends in certain regions of the US where people are advocating for less sex education. Is that the sort of thing that Durex pays attention to as a company, and does that worry you?
So obviously it worries us. We obviously will watch that carefully, and we will take a stand if needed.
Are you working on anything to sort of like change the culture around buying condoms?
One important part within everything we are doing is empowering women on actually having a stand in the decision of using a condom. Obviously the latest trends on stealthing and stuff like that really concern us. So empowerment in the decision making is highly important in everything we are communicating. We obviously are working on a lot of condom initiatives or new products that are more interesting to young people. So we also encourage the usage of condoms via that mechanic. And just being constantly in social media and being top of their mind. So they are educated enough and hopefully then use a condom when it's the time.